All right, the results are in. Hudson Stahl steps out and takes the lead for this first phase of heat number 921, followed closely by Lydia Marthy at .010, and .013 is Leanne Sally's difference between the lead.
So we've reached the point in the day where waiting for cars becomes a regular occurrence. Our stock challenge done, our Masters challenge done. Just super stock left to finish up. Don't forget the pool party coming up this afternoon at Shaw JCC. That's over on White Pond Drive here in Akron, 5 to 7:30. Make sure you've got your waiver. Make sure you've got a grown-up. No unaccompanied champs allowed at the pool party. Heat 922, phase 1 next. Lane 1, car 59 from Morrisvale, West Virginia, Peyton Brake. Brake in lane 1. Lane 2, car 648 from Clearwater, Florida, Alexa Mello. Mello in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it's car 692 of Cohen Hardman. Hardman in lane number 3. Often racing between Brake, Mello, and Hardman. Region 6, Region 7, and Region 2 represented here.
All right, the first portion of heat number 922, phase number 1, goes to Alexa Mello. Very close margin behind is Cohen Hardman at .004 and .022 from Peyton Brake.
Heat 923, phase 1 is next. Lane 1, car 653 of Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll in lane 1. Lane 2, car 690 of Journey Bash. Bash in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 600 of Sophia Rosa. Rosa in lane number 3. Set to go between these three. Often racing, Driscoll in lane 1, Bash lane 2, Rosa in lane 3. Sophia Rosa, our top point earner and rally winner over there in lane 3. Dasha Driscoll, been here many, many times. Journey Bash with an impressive first outing here in the All-American so far.
And let's take a look at the first data we've gotten from heat number 923. We're looking at phase number 1, and that goes to Sophia Rosa, followed up by Dasha Driscoll with 3 thousandths different and 5 1,000ths different for Journey Bosch. Now remember, this is just phase 1. And these times are not insurmountable, so it'll make for great racing in phase number 2.
What a tight heat there, and I kind of figured we would have some good racing in these rally divisions. I'll be honest, I kind of circled Rally Superstock this year because of how many past world champions are in the field. But this has been great racing top to bottom here today. Heat 918 elimination phase right here. Another heat separated by 2 1,000ths of a second. Lane 1, you've got Braden Mosman. Lane 2, you've got Audrey Awarda. Lane 3, you've got Tristan Toludo. First to second in this one, 2 1,000ths of a second. Tristan has it. Audrey and Braden want it. Here they come down for the finish. Who's moving on to the next round?
And this elimination round goes to Tristan Toludo. He'll be advancing on to the next round, and by a very slim margin. It was Audrey Awarda at 9 1,000ths of a second. And at .234, we have Braden Mosman.
Boy, the way this is going, that photo finish camera is going to get a workout on Saturday, that's for sure. Heat 919, Phase 3, Rally Superstock. Lane 1, it's car 667 of Dylan Comstock. Comstock in Lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 695 of Cash Chappell. Chappell in Lane 2. And in Lane 3, it's car 682 of Trevor Bean. Bean in lane number 3. And we are racing. Comstock lane 1, Chappell lane 2, Bean in lane number 3. The enthusiastic cheering sections that have braved the heat all day long. We hear you up here on the bridge. Here they come. Comstock, Chappell, Bean, Comstock, your leader after 2. Will he move on? We're about to find out.
And it will be Trevor Bean moving on to the next round. Look for Trevor in heat number 924. And he looks really good. And it's a close race, as Jason alluded to earlier. Off by 1/10 of a second was Dylan Comstock, and .130 for Cash Chappell. So some great racing already today.
I think we're about to see some more. Rally Superstock Heat 920, Phase 2. This is an elimination phase. Heat, 2 cars, 2 lanes separated by 2 1,000ths. Lane 1 is car 662 of Drew Meyer. Lane 3 is car 649 of Kylie Kirk. 2 1,000ths of a second, the advantage for Kylie Kirk heading into this second and final phase of this one. They are off and racing. Will it be Drew Meyer? Will it be Kylie Kirk? Razor thin margin after this first phase. Who's it going to be after 2? Here's the finish line.
It'll be Kylie Kirk advancing from heat number 920, followed by Drew Meyer, who had a great showing at .063 after two phases. So look for Kylie and her 649 car in the near future.
Heat 921, Phase 2 coming up. Lane 1, it's car 612 of Hudson Stull. Stull in Lane 1. Lane 2, it's car 655 of Leanne Sally. Sally in Lane 2. And in Lane 3, it's car 654 of Lydia Marthy. Marthy in lane number 3. Those champs climb aboard. 13 1,000ths separate these 3. And we are off and racing. Hudson Stahl in lane 1, your heat leader. Leanne Sally in lane 2. Lydia Marthy in lane 3. It's a gap of .010 back to Lydia, .013 to Leanne. Very close racing as we start to whittle down this Rally Superstock field.
Okay, it is Leanne Sally taking this phase. And believe me, look at how close the margins are here, Jason.
Good grief, look at this. Lou, go ahead and read it. Wow.
Okay, you've got Hudson Stahl, 1/1000th difference over the leader, and 4/1000ths for Lydia Marthy. It's still anybody's game now. It's going to take that phase 3 to decide who's going to advance.
Another close one, Heat 922, Phase 2, Lane 1. It's Cohen Hardman in car 692. Lane 2, car 659 of Peyton Brake, rocking what appears to be the Ricky Bobby paint job on that car. Fig Newtons and all. Dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love Fig Newtons. 648, Alexa Mello in lane number 3. On their way here, the gap in this one, first and second, .004. Alexa was your heat leader after 1. Cohen, 4/1000ths back. Peyton, 22/1000ths back. We'll see what that result does to these heat standings.
All right, the results are in for phase 2, and it is Alexa Mello leading the way. Followed up by a margin of .036 for Cohen Hardman and Peyton Brake at .042.
Another super close Rally Superstock Heat, 923 Phase 2. Sophia Rosa in car 600 in lane 1. Dasha Driscoll in car 653 in lane 2. Journey Bash in car 690 in lane 3. First to second, .003. First to third, .005 after phase 1. So more great racing. Folks who stuck around here at Derby Downs this afternoon are being treated to a good one here in the Rally Superstock Challenge. Often racing in Heat 923, Rosa in lane 1, Driscoll in lane 2, Bash in lane number 3. So far, so good between these three. Rosa was your heat leader. Driscoll with a .003, Bash with a .005. Super close again.
Okay, we got the results. It is Sophia Rosa leading so far after phase 2. This is a very close race. Dasha Driscoll off the pace by .007, that's 7/1000ths, and .021 by Journey Bash.
Now we wait for some more cars. Got to send some shout outs here too while we wait for cars. First to our champs for putting on an absolute show here today. This has been a great display of Derby racing here since we started at about 8:30 this morning. It has been a tremendous day of racing out here. So hats off to the champs, the car handlers, the families. Also, thanks to every single volunteer who has taken time today, whether it's somebody wearing a polo shirt or a T-shirt, racing committee, rally committee, A-team,
run-out crew especially, standing out in the 90-degree heat, start line, top side, everybody doing great. And a shout out to the staff. We haven't given a tip of the cap to the Derby staff here in Akron.
They have done a tremendous job this year getting ready under some adverse circumstances, but Dennis Van Fossen Jr. and his whole crew have done a bang-up job getting us ready for this event, and they deserve a whole lot of credit for the work that they've done to get us ready and get us through this great week of racing. Just been told the results for the Masters and Stock Rally Challenges have been posted. You can find those at aasbd.soapboxderby.org. That is the Race Week page where you can find all the information about Race Week. But since those two events are done, they're working fast today. They got the results on the website lickety-split for you at aasbd.soapboxderby.org. Back to racing here. This is an elimination phase, and boy, this one's going to be hard to separate. 921 phase 3, lane 1, it's car 654 of Lydia Marthy. Marthy in lane 1. Lane 2, car 612 of Hudson Stull. Stull in lane 2. And in lane 3, car 655, Leanne Sally. Sally in lane 3. These three separated by 4 1/1000ths of a second after two phases. And they are racing. Marthy in lane 1, Stull in lane 2, Sally in lane 3. Sally, your heat leader by 1/1000th over Hudson after 2. Who's it gonna be? Moving on to the next round. Trying to settle a close one here between these three. And the margin from first to third was 4 1/1000ths. Did spread out a little bit. Leanne Sally's moving on to the next round. Leanne Sally, your winner by .038 over Lydia Marthy, .059 over Hudson Stull. Leanne Sally moves on to the next round out of a great heat number 921. Heat 922, phase 3 is next. Lane 1, it's car 648 of Alexa Mello. Mello in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 692 of Cohen Hardman. Hardman in lane 2. And in lane 3, it's car 659 of Peyton Brake. Brake in lane number 3. And we're racing. Mello, lane 1. Hardman, lane 2. Brake, lane 3. Mello, your heat leader. At .036 on Cohen. .042 on Peyton Brake. They race down for a finish. Moving on to the next round, it will be Alexa Mello from Clearwater, Florida. Mello, your winner, with a .033 over Cohen, a .043 over Peyton. By the way, phase 3, first to third, 4 1,000ths of a second in phase 3. Excellent racing between these champs. And I gotta say, the number of times we've all looked at these results today and gone, whoa, is probably more than I've seen on any challenge day ever. And you've got people up on this bridge. I'm probably the least experienced Derby person on this bridge, but we've all seen a lot. And to see this much close racing is really, really impressive. Journey Bash in lane 1. This is an elimination phase. Sophia Rosa in lane 2. Dasha Driscoll in lane number 3. Making their way down. Sophia Rosa's your heat leader, but only by 7 1,000ths over Dasha and 21 1,000ths over Journey. And moving on to the next round, it's going to be Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll from Elkhorn, Nebraska, wins the heat by .058 over Sophia Rosa and .083 over Journey Bash. So Dasha Driscoll moving on to the next round, but great racing out of Sophia Rosa and a great All-American Week debut for Journey Bash as well. So let's bring Allison Pankoff back in here. Allison, we've had some great racing today. I said it a minute ago. I'm probably the least experienced Derby person on this bridge. You have a championship ring to your name, so I need to get your thoughts on this racing. I think it's pretty good. What do you think?
Honestly, this is great. Nothing I love more than a close heat, and these have been pretty good. We're also stacking up talent, which is great, and seeing some new faces in here is also great. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, and you're right, that's probably one of the more fun parts about this. You know, after last year, a lot of people aged out last year, and I think there were some people going, oh no, now what? Maybe question answered today with some of these new champs making their way to the forefront?
I think this super stock field is giving us some hope for a new competitive future with everybody aged out. I'm excited.
So a lot of fun racing here today. It's been a fun week so far here in Akron, really enjoyable, and got a chance to get around downtown Akron a little bit yesterday, and we talked about our dining recommendations earlier. We didn't talk about a couple of the deals, Allison, that everybody gets while they're here.
Oh, you're right.
Cedar Point discount, and I'm talking a big Cedar Point discount. I looked that up at home a couple of weeks ago when it came out. The ticket and the parking was around the same price as a normal parking pass at Cedar Point.
Oh, that's phenomenal. If anybody has any extra time this week, I highly recommend Cedar Point. It is phenomenal.
And I'm somebody who doesn't do roller coasters. That deal extends to Sunday once we're done. I might just go to do the non-roller coaster stuff.
Hey, I would too.
So we won't talk about what happens when I get on roller coasters. It's not real good. But the Akron Zoo also giving some great discounts. The Akron Zoo is really cool. To have a zoo like that here in town, in a town of our size, is a real treasure. And that's one, it's only maybe 15 minutes from here at most. So that's another one. If you're looking for something quick to do, if you're looking maybe tomorrow, you've got something else already, but you want to do something else, you've got discounts. Check in your race day guide for the discount code for the Akron Zoo. But so much cool stuff to do here.
Hey, who doesn't like the zoo?
Right. So what is I'm an in-towner, sort of. I moved to Cleveland about 5.5 years ago. But you come in from out of town every year. So what are, as an out-of-towner, some of the things that you try to do when you're here?
Since I've been coming, since 2009, we would always do Cedar Point. We would do sluggers and putters back when that was a thing. Eating is our biggest activity when we come. Other than that, you know, we kind of just try to find new restaurants around. We don't adventure quite outside of Akron when we're here. We're usually at Derby Downs the whole time now.
Very good, and there's plenty to do here, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to check out the metro parks. They're really good.
Yeah, the metro parks here, the national park. There aren't too many cities that have a national park right on their back doorstep. We do here in Akron. We're really lucky to have that. The art scene here, I neglected to check what concerts are in town this week, but you can't, I mean, the art scene for a city of this size, incredible.
Right.
Blossom Music Center. If you ever get a chance to go see the Cleveland Orchestra is what it was built for, Blossom Music Center here. But they have all kinds of great concerts. All those outdoor concerts, the country concerts and all that stuff, that's where they happen here. And it happens in a national park. So the scene is absolutely beautiful.
Right. It's beautiful, and they got the Cleveland Orchestra playing, I guess, in the next couple of weeks. And they had Luke, whatever his name is, out there the other day. And I happened to be driving down Steele's Corners Road. It was quite busy, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And
I guess I probably should somewhat shill for my other employer. Give us a couple of years. We're going to have a WNBA team here in Northeast Ohio.
Right.
Don't know what the name is yet. They're still working on that. But there'll be a WNBA team playing at Rocket Arena in Cleveland in a couple of years. I got to do that at least once. I work for the company that runs the team.
Right. And I live over in the town not too far away from Stan Hewitt. And that's worth every penny to go through there.
So I know we keep a busy week around here, but we always encourage people, take the time, check it out. It's funny because people, when they hear, Derby people, when they hear they're going to Akron, that's like the best thing ever. But when you tell other people, like if a conference is coming to town or something like that, they hear they're coming to Northeast Ohio and they're like, ugh, what? I got to go there? And then they leave and they're like, this place is awesome.
Yeah, you got the Football Hall of Fame down at Canton. You got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up in Cleveland, the Great Lakes Science Center. And how about the Museum of Natural History up in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Akron Art Museum, too. I mean, you don't even have to go up 77 for great art. So really, really great things to do here in town, regardless of what your interests are. I lived here from, when did I live here? 2013 to 2020. Moved out in the middle of the pandemic, which great time to move, let me tell you. But I never found that I couldn't find something to do in this town. There was always, regardless of what I wanted to do, whether it was go see a sporting event, go see a race, go see a concert, go see a show, go to an establishment and have some beverages, go have a nice meal, whatever it was.
Yep.
There were quality options and multiple quality options here in Akron. Go a little bit further south, you get into Canton. Lou, you mentioned the Pro Football Hall of Fame there. And if you haven't been, they've really done some cool stuff there. The new stadium several years ago is gorgeous. Of course, all the exhibits are super cool.
And the PGA comes through the Firestone. It's not a country club. It's a.
Oh yeah, the Firestone Country Club for the PGA Tour champions.
Right.
So very, very, very unique city. I've always said this is a great city, and this is one of the things that makes this city great. The All-American Soapbox Derby. People, you tell people you're from Akron, they know us for one of three things: rubber, derby, or some guy named LeBron James.
Or a Goodyear blimp.
That too. People see. Here's the funny thing. In Cleveland, I'm telling you, living up there are people that forget that the Goodyear blimp's based in Akron.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how, but they do. They forget. Wouldn't be too surprised to see the Goodyear blimp at some point this week. We usually do.
We usually do. Hey, right over here in the airfield, I don't know about 2025, but we do have an air show here once a year, too.
Mm-hmm. Props and Pistons coming up. The Maps Air, not at this airport, at the other airport.
Maps Air
Museum. If you're into like old military planes and things like that.
Maps is a wonderful place, I'm telling you.
And they opened, I need to circle this on my calendar and actually make a point to get over there at some point this week. There's a new Akron History Museum, and there is a Derby car in there. Downtown, if you're walking around, maybe if you were walking from opening ceremonies to State of the Derby yesterday, and you walk down Main Street, you probably walked right past it. But lots and lots and lots to do here in the greater Akron area. We are so glad to have each and every one of you here in town. I know it's a week that all of us locals look forward to every week when we get to welcome Derby Nation to our home here in Akron. So standing by for some more cars so we can settle it here in the Rally Superstock Challenge. And we'll re-rack it for tomorrow. The local challenge on track tomorrow here at Derby Downs. All-Star and Legacy on Thursday. Always fun to watch the All-Star race and, of course, the Legacy race. Always a good one. Topside show Thursday night. Get your chance to vote on the best design car. I always feel bad voting.
Yeah.
I feel like I should stay unbiased and kind of be like Switzerland in that vote, but...
Well, if you get an opportunity to go up topside there and look at some of the beautiful artwork these young men and women have put on their cars, it's quite amazing.
Yeah, so that'll be on Thursday evening, Friday, the National Super Kids Classic, and then Saturday, the big show, the 87th First Energy All-American Soapbox Derby. We've got cars on the ramps now in our Rally Superstock Challenge. This is Heat 924, Phase 1. Lane 1, it's car 641 from Castle Rock, Colorado, Tristan Toledo. Toledo in Lane 1. In Lane 3, car 682 from Dover, New Hampshire, Trevor Bean. Bean in lane number 3. Getting set to go here. We get them situated. Looking at our chat here on YouTube. Joyful Artist says, Wingfoot State Park close by. You can see the blimp land there sometimes. That's true. Not too far from here either. Set to go between Toledo and Bean. And they are racing. 2 cars, 2 phases in this one in the Rally Superstock Challenge. Toledo in lane 1, Bean in lane 3. Our future electrical engineer from Region 4. Our future abandoned storage unit auctioneer from Region X in lane 3. Across the finish line. Another close one, it looked like. Lou will have those results for you in a moment.
All right, the results will be coming in momentarily.
We said it was close.
Like you said earlier, Jason, we like to take maybe a little more time sometimes just to make sure we got things accurate.
Yeah, it's too important. You know, you travel from too far for us to be up here screwing it up, right?
Look at what we got.
I do believe it is a dead phase between Toledo and Bean. Both with a 28.277.
Oh, boy.
A dead phase in Heat 924, Phase 1.
We were just talking about how close everything's been this afternoon. So a dead phase. Now, for those not familiar, how do they handle that? Do they just have another race and whoever wins?
Well, we got a second phase in that one, so they'll hopefully settle it in that one. If it's a dead heat, then they got to run it back up, start from scratch, try it again.
Okay.
Heat 925, Phase 1 on track right now. Leanne Sally in lane 1, Kylie Kirk in lane number 3. Future vet or lawyer from Region 12, a future cheer instructor for NCA from Region 6. In lane 3, racing down towards the finish. There they go across.
All right, we got the information in now, and it shows Kylie Kirk stepping out and taking the lead here in phase number 1 of Heat 925. The margin between the next racer was .042.
Heat 926, Phase 1 is next. Lane 1, car 648 of Alexa Mello. Mello in lane 1. In lane 3, car 653 of Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll in lane number 3. And they are racing. Mello in lane 1, Driscoll in lane number 3. Mello, a volleyball player, softball player, and basketball player from Region 7. Driscoll, a volleyball player, a track and field athlete from Region 4. As we watch Mello and Driscoll across the finish line.
It is Dasha Driscoll taking the win on this phase in the 653 car. Off the lead is Alexa Mello by a margin of 0.027.
So now we've got to wait for cars to get back up before we can continue our racing. Want to thank our vendors for being out here today. Ohio's Best Lemonade. Papa John's was here. Tie Dog was here. Custom Apparel. Taking care of everybody's derby swag needs. With some new stuff this year. My credit card is going to be hurting on Thursday night at Topside Show, I'll tell you that, when I actually get a chance to go to the custom apparel booth and do a little bit of shopping. Enduro Photo, make sure you reserve your photos. Enduro Photo out here all week long. We appreciate everything that they do.
And, of course, we can't forget our primary sponsor, First Energy.
First Energy. Absolutely. Thank you to First Energy, back with us for yet another year.
The University of Akron.
Thank you to First Energy, the City of Akron, Summit County, AUI Insurance, the Akron Summit Convention and Visitors Bureau, Visit Canton, TaylorMade Jewelry, Enduro Photo, the University of Akron, Toth Buick, GMC, the Bill Speak Memorial Scholarship Fund. That was a trivia question at State of the Derby yesterday. $36,000 in scholarship money handed out on Saturday night. Huntington Bank, Siebert Keck, SC Fastening, Solid Works, Malco, Thompson Electric, Rotzel and Andrus, Fallsway, State and Federal Communications, the Townsend Corporation, Tamario's, Sully's, Lake Erie Golf Carts, Miracle Awards, Acme, Terrigan Advertising, Papa John's, the Women's Endowment Fund of Akron Community Foundation, State and Federal Communication. Of course, I've got to thank also all the charitable corporations and foundations that make this thing happen. The Akron Community Foundation, the Barberton Community Foundation, the Bowman Fund, the Bridgestone America's Trust Fund, the City of Akron, the City of Cuyahoga Falls, the County of Summit, the First Energy Foundation, the Glen R. and Alice V. Boges Foundation, the Huntington Charitable Grant Program, J.M. Smucker Company, the Joan M. and Louis B. Perry Family Foundation, the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation, the Laura R. and Lucian Q. Moffitt Foundation, the Leonard Family Foundation, the Lloyd L. and Louise K. Smith Foundation, the Maynard Family Foundation, the Ohio Hotel and Lodging Association, the Pinkerton Foundation, the Reed Family Fund, the Ritchie Memorial Foundation, the Robert O. and Anna Mae Orr Foundation, the Sisler McFawn Foundation, the State of Ohio, the Summit County Department of Community and Economic Development, the Summit Educational Service Center, the Synthomer Foundation, the Vernon McKibben Memorial Foundation, and the Welty Family Foundation.
You did that pretty good, man.
I'll really have it down by Saturday, I promise.
Yeah. And where can you get the best lemonade in town?
Ohio's best lemonade. It looks like they might be torn down for the day down there, though.
Yeah.
I don't see the giant lemon, and I don't think it's behind that little pavilion.
Hey,
But
there's a banner over there that says Yoder Graphics.
yeah, thank you to Yoder Graphics taking care of us this year. So another big thank you to all of our volunteers. I know these, especially these challenge days, can be very long days. But we appreciate everybody sticking with us out here, working hard to put this event on for our champs. Especially we thank the run-out volunteers today. They have probably the hardest job because there's really nowhere to hide from the sun down there. You can go under that tent, but I can't imagine it's all that much cooler under that tent they have down there. So we appreciate them and everything that they do. So we see cars in ramps. Just about ready for what should be some elimination phases here. Heat 925, phase 2 set to go. Lane 1, car 649 of Kylie Kirk. Kirk in lane number 1. And in lane number 3, it's car 655 of Leanne Sally. Sally in lane number 3. And we are racing Kirk in lane 1, Sally in lane number 3. Kirk, your heat leader by .042 over Sally. 2 cars means 2 phases here. So one of these champs is about to move on. Who's it going to be? Will it be Kylie or Leanne? We're about to find out.
All right, it'll be Kylie Kirk advancing on to the next round. Look for Kylie in heat number 927. And it was a very close race. It was 5/1000ths of a second difference there. That is just amazing. So, you know, actually, hats off to Leanne Sally, running a good race.
Just incredible finishes here in this Rally Superstock Challenge. We've got a dead phase to break here. Trevor Bien in lane 1, Tristan Toludo in lane 3. This is heat 924, phase 2. These two dead even after one phase. So the winner of this phase is moving on to the next round. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the champ from New Hampshire or the champ from Colorado? They're across the finish line. And really, I can't say enough good things about these Rally Superstock champs, their families, car handlers, putting on an absolute show here today. This has been probably one of the most fun days of racing that I've seen in my, 6 or 7 years being up here on the bridge?
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
It looks like Tristan Tolulo is going to be advancing on to the next round. Congratulations to Tristan and his 641 car. A race well run by Trevor Bien at .039.
Heat 926, phase 2 next. Lane 1, car 653 of Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll in lane 1. And in lane 3, car 648 of Alexa Mello. Mello in lane number 3. Racing in heat 926, phase 2. Driscoll lane 1, Mello lane 3. Driscoll your leader by .027. They make their way down here. They're over the tunnel. They're in front of the grandstand. Here they go across the finish line.
Dasha Driscoll holds on to take this elimination round. So Dasha's going to be advancing to the next round. Look for her in heat number 927 in the 653 car. The margin of time was .019. Not too bad of a margin.
So our championship heat is set for the Superstock Challenge. Tristan Toledo, Kylie Kirk, and Dasha Driscoll will battle for our challenge championship in Rally Superstock coming up in just a little bit. All right, we have cars on the ramps for our championship heat in the Rally Super Stock Challenge. Time to settle what has been an absolute dandy here today in the Rally Super Stock Challenge. This is Heat 927, championship heat for Rally Superstock. Lane 1, car 641 from Castle Rock, Colorado, Tristan Toludo. Toludo in lane number 1. In lane number 2, it's car 649 from Utica, Ohio, Kylie Kirk. Kirk in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it's car 653 from Elkhorn, Nebraska, Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll in lane number 3. Set to go, and we are racing championship heat Rally Superstock Challenge. Toludo in lane 1, Kirk in lane 2, Driscoll in lane number 3. These three champs have had to earn it here today. They have done so, and they are racing for a championship. They're down in front of the grandstands. They crossed the finish line, a close one in this first phase. We'll check those results. And taking phase 1, it is Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll wins the phase by .015 over Toludo and .021 over Kylie Kirk. So Dasha Driscoll with an edge of .015 headed to phase 2 of our championship heat in Rally Superstock. Barring a dead heat here, we've got 2 phases left, which should leave everybody plenty of time for the pool party tonight over at Shaw JCC. That runs through 7:30. Make sure you get your waiver. Reminder to any champs still here, no unaccompanied champs. You got to have somebody with you, an adult with you, to go to the pool party. Back at it tomorrow morning, the local challenge here tomorrow. Excited to see those local champs take to the track. All-Star race on Thursday, Legacy race on Thursday, Topside show on Thursday. Inevitably, it ends up being slap happy hour at some point on Thursday up here. After 2 long days of challenge racing, we get into All-Star, we get to Legacy, and it gets fun. So Friday, of course, the National Super Kids Classic. And I always encourage everybody, I know there's a lot to do on Friday, I know, but take some time, come down the hill, check it out, support those super kids. It means so much to those super kids to see fans in the stands cheering them on. And it's a fun event, so I encourage you to check it out on Friday here. They'll whittle down to their final 6 champs, and the final 6 we'll get to race on Saturday as part of the First Energy All-American Soapbox Derby. Of course, Saturday here, you've got the 87th running. And then Saturday night, the award show over at Akron Civic Theater. Really, we were talking about gems of Akron and things to do and places to see. And the Akron Civic Theater is one of those really neat, unique old theaters. It's got the, what do they call it? The atmospheric ceiling, I think they call it, or something like that, where it looks like the night sky in there when you're in there for a show.
That's right. They also have the mighty Wurlitzer.
They do still have that, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so really neat stuff and truly one of the gems of our city, the Akron Civic Theater. So we'll see everybody there on Saturday night for the award ceremony to close out another great week here in Akron. Standing by for phase 2 of our Rally Superstock Challenge Championship heat between Toledo, Kirk, and Driscoll. Don't think we've sent a shout out to Toledo yet for his success out on the rally circuit this year. 4th in the points with 874. 2nd in rally wins this year with 18 rally wins. Of course, 2 years ago, we saw him become a world champion in local stock. I'd be remiss if I didn't. I saw Allison grab the mic. Do you want to say it or should I?
Let's just talk about that Tristan is the 2nd world champ from the state of Colorado. That's all I had to say.
You read my mind, my friend. And who was the first?
I don't know her, but I think her name's Alex Pankoff. She might be related to a man named Buzz. I'm not quite sure. Never met him before.
Wait, Buzz, is this true? No, I'm kidding. So it has been quite the run of, in all seriousness, it's been quite a run of success out of the Colorado folks over the last few years. And Allison, obviously you're one of the biggest parts of that, being a world champion. What's going on in Colorado? What's in the water up there?
You know, I don't even know because I haven't lived in that state in 3 years, so I think they're just got the juju and they're just really excited about racing, which I'm all for because those kids are way gung-ho and they love this sport. So whatever they're drinking, I guess we all got to drink it.
So we always have to send a shout out to Colorado, not just because Allison's here, but because they really do race very, very well. Great group there out of Colorado. Set to go just about. They are getting close to being in the ramps. Speaking of Colorado, I do need to pick your brain this week. We talked about Akron destinations. I have to go to Denver for work in October, so I might need to pick your brain on places to go and things to do. All right, cars in ramps. This will be phase 2 of our championship heat in Rally Superstock. Let's set it up for you. Lane 1, it'll be our heat leader after one phase. Car 653 from Elkhorn, Nebraska, Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 641 from Castle Rock, Colorado, Tristan Toledo. Toledo in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it's car 649 from Utica, Ohio, Kylie Kirk. Kirk in lane number 3. Getting set to go here. Phase 2 of the championship heat in Rally Superstock. And they are racing. Driscoll in lane 1, Toledo in lane 2, Kirk in lane number 3. Driscoll had the lead, 0.015. After that first phase, 0.021 to Kylie. So here they come down for a finish. We'll see how that result changes things in a moment when we get the phase results. And after 2 phases, give the lead in this heat to Kylie Kirk. Kylie Kirk, your leader, with a .011 to Dasha and a .039 to Tristan. So Kylie Kirk takes 11/1000ths of a second into this final phase. In just a few minutes, we'll crown a champion in our Rally Super Stock Challenge. Another reminder, the pool party tonight over at the Shaw JCC. Going to be a lot of fun. Really love what they've done this year with coming up with some more activities for the champs to do, some more organized things, giving some people ideas of things to do. And, well, it got up to, what, 90-something degrees today? Yeah. A swimming pool sounds really good right about now. And all the champs get a chance to get in one over at Shaw JCC. That's going on this evening. Make sure you've got your waiver. Make sure that you take someone with you. You do need to have an adult champs to get into the pool party. But Shaw JCC, a wonderful facility over on the west side of Akron, and they really have opened their doors to us this year. We thank them for that. Also, don't forget, Vintage Car Show. How could I have forgotten the Vintage Car Show talking today? The Vintage Derby Car Show coming up later on this week. And if you haven't been to that, I really, really recommend that you check it out for a couple of reasons. One, if you're out here on Friday all day and you're working on cars at Topside or you're watching the Super Kids, it's an air-conditioned event. It's inside. It's at a church. You get to cool off a little bit, but that's not the number one reason to go. You get to see some really neat Derby history at that. And I've gone every year that I could. And I really, really think it's a neat event. I encourage everybody to go. It's going to take place later on this week. And if you have a chance, I really recommend that you go check that out. The Vintage Derby Car Show. So the details for the Vintage Derby Car Show, that's going to take place on Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at St. Matthew's Church. That is at 2580 Burn Street here in Akron, not very far from here. And a really neat opportunity to see some Derby history and connect with some people from Derby's past and present. It's always fun to go over there and hear some of the stories and see some of the cars. So really encourage you to check that one out as well on Friday. Also want to thank everybody who has stuck around on YouTube this afternoon. Glad you were with us. Thanks for riding it out with us through some of the technical difficulties earlier today. I think we've got all the bugs worked out. Should be good to go for the rest of the week. But thank you to John and Jay and the crew for putting all that on today. As I look behind me on the bridge, it looks like Dennis Van Fossen Jr. has set the stage. Somebody is about to get a very large trophy down there for winning this Rally Super Stock Challenge. So the cars have arrived behind the starting line. So we are just moments away from settling this Rally Super Stock Challenge between Tristan Toledo, Kylie Kirk, and Dasha Driscoll. All right, cars on the ramps. For what, barring a dead heat, will be the last phase of the day here at Derby Downs. Lane 1 will be your heat leader in car 649 from Utica, Ohio, Kylie Kirk. Kirk in lane 1. In lane 2, it's car 653 from Elkhorn, Nebraska, Dasha Driscoll. Driscoll in lane 2. And in lane number 3, it's car 641 from Castle Rock, Colorado, Tristan Toledo. Toledo in lane number 3. Final phase of our championship heat in Rally Superstock. In position and ready to race for a championship, and we are racing. Kylie Kirk in lane 1, Dasha Driscoll in lane 2, Tristan Toledo in lane number 3. Kylie Kirk, your heat leader, 0.011, the margin over to Dasha Driscoll in lane 2, 0.039 to Tristan Toledo in lane 3. Who's it going to be winning the championship in our Rally Super Stock Challenge? They cross the finish line, and we will stand by for results. Here are your results in reverse order. Third place goes to Tristan Toledo.